Welcome back to another episode of the Clutch Updates podcast. It has been a hot minute, guys. Sorry, we've all been very busy this summer, but we're back. We're excited to be back. And today I have a very special guest, so I'll allow you to introduce yourself. What is your name and where are you from?
I'm Itai from Austin, Texas, originally from Israel. And I'm happy to join the Clutch podcast and starting a new season with my partner, Mr. Caleb Lankinen.
Of course. Yeah, very excited. So obviously this past month I've been doing a lot of traveling. I had my 21st birthday, a lot going on in my life, and it's been a very hectic few months, but it's been great. So now I'm currently living in Austin, Texas, kind of restarting a new era, a new chapter in my life, and I'll be going back to Butler in the fall. So lots happened in sports since the last time we recorded an episode, but today we're kind of go over a summary and some expectations to have moving forward for the podcast, as we'll start to interview people going into the school year and stuff like that. So, again, very excited for this pod, very excited to continue this pod. And yeah, let's get into it. So, NBA season is over. It's unfortunate. My Cleveland Cavaliers were eliminated 4-0. Pretty dominant effort by the New York Knicks. Itai, what are some of your big takeaways that you saw from this year's NBA playoffs?
Yeah, so some of my takeaways is that I think the main thing I noticed is that when you're building a team, even if you have a superstar, you need players around you that can assist, that can defend, that can shoot. Because what was so dominant about this Knicks team and why they managed to destroy everybody, even in the finals, is that they have 4 players on their team, arguably 5 that can be a number 3 on every other team. Because OG Anunoby is amazing, Mikal Bridges was amazing, Josh Hart was amazing. So dominance comes with having as many key players as you can on a team that can contribute as much as you can.
Yeah, I think something we've seen a lot recently in the NBA is the amount of, not star power, but depth. Depth is a very important thing in basketball when it comes down to the playoffs. Injuries are a real thing in sports, right? People get hurt. Normal days, people get hurt, right? And especially these athletes, when they're going against the best of the best, you're going to really see at that high level that these higher level athletes can still get injured. They're still human, even though we don't think they are. Like when you look at a player like LeBron James, you think he's not a human because he's been doing it for 20 plus years, but he is. And I think at the end of the day, that's what separates teams in the playoffs. You see the lack of the depth of Cleveland, right? Like when I look at the Cavs, as I'm wearing a Cavs shirt right now, like I'm a big Cavs fan, and I look at that series, the spacing, the shooting just went away. Max Strus, one of the best shooters in basketball, could not throw a rock in the ocean, right? Like, It was terrible. And simple stuff like that.
Be careful on that, please.
Max Strus being one of the best shooters in basketball. You don't think that's true?
He's okay, bro.
Wow.
One
So
of the best
what do you mean? You think he's okay?
Max Strus, how was he in the playoffs? Was he good?
No, he was great. I mean, he was great for the first 2 rounds. He's one of the bigger players on our team. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't hitting
He's a
his
nice
shots.
bench option. I do think he's a nice bench option. Whether he's like one of the best shooters in the league.
He's known for his 3-point shooting, and then in the
Yeah.
playoffs, especially that second series versus the Pistons, he was playing great off-ball defense. He was helping on Kate Cunningham, who Kate Cunningham. By the way, Itai is a Pistons fan, so that is something I'll hold over your head for the rest of your life. That the Cavs beat you guys in 7, even though we were the 4 seed. So
You know,
I want to hear your thoughts on that series actually before we get into the finals.
okay, let me say something about that.
Pistons Cavs. You sold, by the way.
I did. We sold the series. This should have been our series to win. We were 2-0 up, high flying after that win over the Magic. We threw, and I might even double down and say we threw it twice because when we made it equal again at 3-3 at Game 6, we had the momentum going into Game 7, and we still managed to fuck up the game. So it's on us, specifically on Jalen Duren, who
He's gone though.
he's not gone. He's coming back, and I'm actually happy he's coming back because I think he's a really good player in a good team. But he needs to stop
Wait,
going down.
look
the
at. I
playoffs.
thought he got traded. Look it up. But as you do that, I'll take off your point you're making. Like, kind of leading into the future for the Pistons, right? Like the Pistons were in this spot where, in my opinion, they were one of the weaker 1 seeds we've ever seen in basketball history. You have a star player, but when your second option is a center that can't shoot the ball, can't space the floor, all these things we're saying about Jalen Duren, he's not going to get the money he wants this summer.
After the playoff performance,
He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. I think the Pistons are put in a hard spot where they also just lost Tobias Harris, That's a key piece. Him obviously
was-
going to
he
San
was
Antonio.
really good in the
That's
playoffs.
huge. You got John Collins, athletic. He can still jump out of the building even at his age, which I think is going to be very helpful for you guys. But you got to reconstructure and hopefully understanding that Kate Cunningham is the future.
Yeah.
I like a trade they made yesterday. Yesterday they made a trade where they got Gary Harris.
Yeah.
I think it was a pick, and you got rid of Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert is
We
a
got
player
rid of
that
Karras in a second, I believe, and we got
Yeah.
Gary and another, I think Trent Jr. maybe?
was Torian Prince, I believe.
Torian
Torian
Prince.
Prince.
Yeah, Torian Prince.
So Karis LeVert to the Bucks, Torian Prince, and Gary Trent to the
Okay,
Pistons.
Torian-
You got more shooting.
Yeah.
You kind of need that. I don't
Yeah,
think.
that's what I like about this trade. Realistically, I was looking at the Pistons last year, and this is like kind of following the same thing we traded when we traded for Kevin Huerter. We need shooting. We have Duncan Robinson, and that's about it when it comes to shooting. We don't have any other players that are big like
Yeah, Black
from the
shoots
3
huge.
points from anywhere else, and that's why I believe a trade for Michael Porter Jr. right now is an absolute guarantee for the Pistons.
You want MPJ?
I want MPJ.
He won't pass the ball. He's even worse than Tobias Harris. He's even more of a shot taker than Tobias Harris was.
If he can get us 20 points, he will learn to pass the ball. He's gonna.
He will learn to pass the ball. We
He'll learn
didn't
to
see that
pass
in
the ball.
Brooklyn. We didn't see that in Denver.
He's
Denver
gonna
was
learn-
going to see Nikola Jokic.
Well, he's gonna learn from the best. So,
Kate Cunningham the best.
Kate Cunningham is the best.
We had this argument yesterday that we were
Let me see.
debating top 5 point guards in basketball. So I'll quickly give my top 5. So I have number 1. I think it's still pretty obvious.
Should
We
probably
can agree.
mention this is like currently.
This is currently, yeah,
Current.
correct. My bad on that.
Yeah.
So I have Shea's number 1. Shea's the best point guard in basketball. Number 2 is Luka. Number 3 is Jalen Brunson. Number 4, Steph Curry. And number 5 is Tyrese Halliburton.
So-
I don't think Kate Cunningham's a top 5 point guard in basketball. When I look at Tyrese Halliburton last year, first off, same position as Kate Cunningham. I think the Pacers were also a better team, but just East was better last year. The Pistons had a pretty weak Eastern Conference, which it won't be next year. Indiana's back. They're hungry. They're ready, especially Tyrese. You got Celtics, even after the moves. Paul George has something to prove it. Philly looks amazing. We don't know where LeBron's going to be. You got Giannis in Miami. Like, there's so many things going on in basketball where I think Detroit's in a spot where this is Kate Cunningham's prove it year. He can go out there, he could average 30 and get them to the 1 seed and like win MVP, or they could slack back a little bit. He can not have as good of a season and they go back to the 6 seed, 7 seed, like where they were a couple years ago. So I really want to see Cade take another step. I think Marcus Sasser, he's a backup point guard for you guys.
think he was
I watched him in
traded.
college. He was traded, was he
He was
actually?
traded, yeah.
Well, that's another player I think could also take a step. But your roster, it's young. They're ready. They want to win. So we'll see what happens. You still have Asar Thompson.
Yeah, we do. And
That-
I love Asar Thompson.
If he gets a jump shot,
If he gets
They're
out
scary.
his jump shot, this team
they're
is
scary if
really
he gets a jump shot.
Hey, I'm gonna comment on some stuff you said that I definitely disagree with. First of all, there's no such thing as a weak conference or weak teams.
That's just
Every
not true.
team that makes the playoffs is a strong team. The
That's
winner
not
of
true.
this NBA season came from the East one, not the West one. The Cavs beat the Pistons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're obviously a good team. Every team is a good team. There's no such thing as a bad team. Okay. Now, except
You don't
the
think
Wizards,
Nets,
but the
you
Wizards
don't
are
think the
not-
Brooklyn Nets are a bad basketball team
Did
next year.
did the Brooklyn Nets make the playoffs?
But you made the point that every single team is
Every single
not a
team,
bad team.
There's no such thing as a bad team, but if a team makes the playoffs, they obviously have something on their team. They're not terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a big difference between the Bucks and, for example, the Heat, right?
Yeah.
The Heat were the 10th, the Bucks were the 11th. And you can see that difference on the pitch. Last season, it was massive. Now, again, that was just one of my points. Obviously, it's weaker than the West.
Yeah.
But you cannot underline what Kane Cunningham and the Pistons did. They got the first seed and they were amazing this year. Now, and this is the thing I find funny. Tyrese Halliburton averaged 20 points on the regular season. People call him the most overrated player. I disagree with that, but it's he's obviously not contributing as much as people give him credit to. His playoff run was amazing, but people forget Nat Turner was amazing. Pascal Siakam was amazing. This entire team around him, Andrew Nemhard was amazing. Like, we can ignore that and say
They brought all
oh,
those
yeah.
guys back though. They brought all those guys back, and they got a better center too.
Yeah, I mean-
Zubac is better than Miles Turner.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, no, they were tanking this year, so they weren't really trying. But you can say all of that and say, "Oh man, Halliburton was amazing, right? Like, look how good the team did." But Yeah, like his entire team was amazing. When it comes to the Pistons, Al-Sal couldn't hit a shot. Jaden Dillon was terrible. Duncan Robinson was not that good. Realistically, even Tobias Harris, who was better than the rest, was not that good. It was Cade. He was averaging 40 on some games. He had like 2 40-pointers. How can you say this guy is not he's not way better than Tyrese Haliburton and Steph Curry, who's pretty much old right now? Like, I found it a crazy thing.
You can make the kid. I think you can make the Steph point. I really liked Tyrese. We'll see what happens next year with that. We'll keep moving on here. But I think a big thing with that is just going to be the roster. Because you cannot tell me, as of right now, first off, in my early season playoff prediction, I have the Pistons playing the Pacers in the first round. I have the Pacers as the 4 seed and the Pistons as the 5 seed. Right? So I do have you guys taking it a step back. The last thing we'll do with Detroit and move to Cleveland and then the Western Conference Finals is, do you expect them to be as good as they were last year? Do you expect them bringing it back, getting the 1 seed again? There's no way with the offseason moves they've done. I think they've gotten worse. Yes, will Cade get better? I think so. Will Cade maybe be the best point guard in basketball next year? Maybe top 3, maybe top 2. Either way, you cannot tell me that they're a better basketball team than they were last year.
So I agree with you, because I do think you're right. Teams don't tend to repeat the same thing as they do like the year before. So the Cleveland Cavaliers, not this year, but last year, 1st seed, undefeated streak. They were almost beating every record. Everybody thought they were amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they couldn't repeat it this season, and they actually couldn't do it like in the playoffs last season too.
Well, injuries, but yeah.
Excuses.
Injuries? You think injuries are an excuse? You think
No, but I think if a
Tyrese
team,
Albert and tearing his Achilles was an excuse?
that's obviously the reason why they lost. But there's a difference between like star player. Mobley got injured, right?
Yeah, well, last year we had a lot of injuries. Mitchell was hurt, Mobley was hurt, Garland was not healthy.
It was a shame.
Everyone was hurt. It was a
but
shit show.
You cannot be like telling me you thought the Cavs were gonna win. Although
I picked us over
Who
the
did they
Pacers.
face? Who did it?
I
Yeah,
picked us in
Pacers.
6 versus the Pacers last year, and we lost
Yeah.
in 5.
I thought they were also gonna win the Pacers, but after that Pacers performance, like when they were going into it, oh man, Cavs are obviously gonna win. They beat like they did 4-0 on the Grizzlies, I believe, right?
We played the Heat in the first round, we
The
won
Heat
4
and
big
the-
games.
Yeah, and the Heat did. And yeah, they destroyed them. Like, Grizzlies are Western. But
Yeah.
2 games into that Pacers, they were already struggling. And obviously it's because of the injuries, but they did not look like the same team they were going into the playoffs. But talking about the Pistons, obviously a regression is coming. They're not going to be as good as they were last year. But I still think they're going to be solid, especially if Al-Sal and Cunningham don't get injured. And Cunningham is obviously going to improve. So, and I don't think Tobias Harris was that major of a piece to this
Yeah.
team. And John Collins can do pretty good stuff.
I want to add something to your point. What I've noticed, and kind of going to the Cavs from the Pistons here, is I think what we see from these championship teams, especially over the last 10 to 15 years, is having that killer mentality. I love the Cavs all my life. I cannot point to one player on this team where I say, that's a killer. That's someone that wants to go rip someone's head off, right? We didn't have that. I don't think so. I think Donovan Mitchell is one of the best 10 players in the sport, but he's too nice. You need one of those players. You need a Draymond Green. You need look at last year. You need a Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. They had 3 of them the Knicks. The Thunder, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso. Before that, the Celtics,
People that fight for it. you know?
Derek White. Like, come on, these players. Al Horford, right? Like those players that
definitely-
want to rip your head off.
Yeah, I definitely.
We didn't
agree
have
with
that.
You need defensive-minded guys that can just fight for it.
Not even that. You want on the opposite
options
side, like guys that are diving for loose balls, like veteran leadership, like Harden. I didn't want to get into the collapse because that can take 30 minutes, but like James Harden just would absolutely collapse in the playoffs. And you need a support system around the organization. The stuff that Kenny Atkinson was saying, right? Like that's not going to bring a championship culture. That's why I want the Cavs to get LeBron James so much. Yes, is he 41 years old? Yes, is it maybe his last year? We don't know. But what he's going to bring is he's not going to back down. If they're up 20 plus points in a playoff game, they're not losing that playoff game. LeBron is going to settle the troops, calm everyone down. And we didn't have that. We don't have that calming presence, right? We're getting too anxious. We're turning over the ball. We're not playing defense. The Brunson Harden ISO, like that was hell. Harden literally looked like he was spinning around in circles.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I've really liked our offseason so far. There's some rumors about that maybe getting DeMar DeRozan, maybe looking at
I think DeMar DeRozan
Jonathan
may be-
Kuminga.
maybe a better fit even.
I want more wings. I really like Malik Thomas. That's our guy we drafted from Arkansas. he has that dog mentality. And I'm telling you right now, you might not think about it right now, his defense, he has the length, he has the wingspan. I think he's going to be a great defender at the NBA level. And we'll see very soon in Summer League. So, big takeaway from the Cavs is I think there's a lot of room to grow. I like Malik Thomas. And if we get LeBron,
Then
we'll see.
team
We'll
is
see.
you got a crazy starting five. I think I agree that Cavs should go for either DeMar DeRozan or LeBron to make like a Knicks
You can
starting
get
five.
both.
You know what I mean?
You can get both.
I don't know if they should go for both.
You think too much?
I feel like both of them. First of all, yeah. I mean, even if they both go for minimum wages, I think it'd be just too much on the team. You know what I mean? Like, there's a level where maybe overstacking is not the smartest choice. But I want to move off of that. I want to actually talk about free agent, not the NFL, but the NBA draft and all that. So, AJ Debasca going number 1.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Wizards are in a weird spot, and we'll kind of link this a little bit to like some trades that can happen. So, obviously, heard a lot of rumors about Trae Young. He was going to resign, obviously, talking about the Wizards' first pick. Great pick, best player in the draft. All my mock drafts had AJ going 1. All the mock drafts I saw that had AJ going 1. He needs to work on his ability to use his left hand. I think it's not his biggest asset, especially as an NBA player, but he is an athletic freak, can jump out of the building. I think that dominance, you don't really see that in basketball, right? From like the idea of long term, right? Like you're not going to be athletic for 30 years. Like not everyone's going to do what LeBron does, but as time is moving on, you're seeing a lot more players playing longer just because science is literally helping these guys play longer. They're staying in better shape. Like I've heard stories from the 80s of like Michael Jordan would probably smoke a cigar after a regular season game. Players are not doing that anymore because they understand the impact on their body, and especially in basketball and most professional sports, the longer you play, the more money you make. You have guys making $70 to $80 million a year signing contracts like that.
20 years.
It's a lot of money.
More or less, but yes.
It's a lot of money. Like the pick, Trae Young, he's back. AD, what are your thoughts? You think AD is getting traded?
Man, I don't think he's getting traded because it would be a shame. He hasn't played a single game for the Wizards.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to offer much to this team. Neither is Ayton going to do anything. This team, the Wizards, I like them. I like what they build. I like the idea. But it feels like it's AJ's first season. And, you know, rookies don't tend to overperform on their first seasons. Except Cooper Flag, but Cooper Flag is a
Knepple,
beast.
Harper, this Edgecombe.
Yeah,
it's a
but
good rookie class.
Harper wasn't a number 1 choice.
Yeah.
In his, by the way, he only was like, he was amazing throughout the year, but at the end of his season, he was like, ooh. But what I'm saying is like, rookies don't tend to be like the number 1 choice on their teams.
Yeah.
The rookie. So, this is not the year they should be building around AJ, but they build this team full of unks around him. 18, AD, Trae.
They just traded for Chris Middleton again.
I saw that, and Chris Middleton.
I liked our starting 5.
So
If you give me a starting 5, like you told me 5 years ago, 3 years ago, like Chris Middleton, so Trae Young, Middleton, Bonsa, AD, Alex Sarr.
are you a Wizards fan?
I'm not a Wizards fan. I'm just saying that's a good fucking starting 5.
It is a good starting 5. On
Yeah,
paper,
Hoopers.
but
I mean, yeah, the defense is miserable. The back line defense.
if
similar to the
AD can
Cavs.
stay healthy,
if
it's a big if, and if Trae Young can learn to do some form of defending, I like this team. But AJ is not gonna be a sensational. He's not gonna be a sensational as Cooper.
yeah,
And as good as I think he will be, he's not gonna take this team from 0, which they were last year,
Yeah.
to I don't know, even a 7.
understandable. What do you think is an expectation this team, Wizards fans, should have going into the season then?
11th seed.
11 seed?
Yeah,
I think they could be a playing team too. Yeah.
11, 12. I think that's what they're gonna reach.
Yeah, it's better than the first pick in the draft. So,
Yeah.
move on to the second pick. The Jazz get Darren Peterson. First off, props. He's looked great on defense. A lot of people have talked about his lack of effort. He had interviews saying that that's not true. I'm the kind of guy that's going to put an effort for that city. A lot of rumors that he didn't want to go to Utah, and he honestly has looked like the best rookie so far,
Man.
with only a few games.
Okay, I think Darren Peterson has the most potential in this draft. He is a beast.
Yeah,
And
he's a bucket.
he's a bucket getter, bro.
He's a bucket, bro.
I think that Darren Peterson is going to take the Utah to be something meaningful. I don't see Utah becoming a top 6 seed, but I see them becoming maybe 9, maybe 8. Because even last year they were tanking the shit out of this season. But looking at the lineup, Keontae George, amazing.
Those two
Ace
guards?
Bailey, Darren Peterson, Laurie Markkinen, Jaren Jackson. Even without Kessler, they got what's his name, Norwich. It's a good lineup. It's a good lineup, and they can move everybody like one spot. I don't know if it's smart, but they can do it. They have an amazing lineup on the bench. Collier, Sensabaugh, they got a really good team. If they can stay healthy and they can play good, who knows what they can do.
Yeah, so we'll do the top 5 picks, and if there's any other takeaways you have from the draft.
Number 9.
Come number 9? Okay,
Number
I got
9.
you. So I'll quickly talk about the Grizzlies and Cam Boozer. As someone that's a Duke fan, like, I love Boozer. I think he has the highest floor. I think he's the most NBA-ready player out of all these guys. He's looked pretty good in the preseason, the summer league. But we'll see. I think there's pretty lofty expectations for him. He has the keys to the franchise, right? They trade Ja Morant to the Blazers, which I always thought it's such a weird trade.
It's a weird trade. I don't think it's good for the team though.
Yeah.
I mean,
they wanted to get rid of Ja.
Blazers now got like 4 starting guards. How is Scoot Anderson gonna get better?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh man, I mean, it's a good
Scoot's
trade.
the same player.
Huh?
Scoot is a
He's
younger
the
version of
exact
Ja
same
Morant.
player,
They're
yeah.
athletic freaks of nature that have an issue shooting the ball.
Yeah. No, Scoot is pretty good shooter. But
yeah.
I was saying like, oh man, this trade makes sense if they're gonna go bring someone like Trey Murphy, like Jaylen Brown, right?
Yeah.
Like a big name. What are they gonna do with 4 starting guards? Like Scoot, Sharp, John, Lillard. Not all of them can start and can play at the same time.
I think there will definitely be some moves made for the Blazers. I think definitely a couple of those guards. I think they've come out, the Blazers have said, a little off topic here, but they've come out and said that Dame and Ja Morant are going to play next each other. Ja Morant is the future point guard for that team. That's what's been determined. I think they are in a really good spot where if Kamara, you have Denny Avdia, your boy Denny Avdia. I would let you talk about Denny Avdia for 3 hours if you wanted to.
I would.
And
I love
Klingon,
the guy.
they have a good core there. They're giving Dame some real support. I think they could be a top 5 seed. I think they have the potential.
They do.
If Drew Holiday come off the bench, I think Scoot has to go. I think you've basically decided, what are you doing here? I don't think 2 small guards can get you a championship. We saw it with Brunson, that's 1. But you have so much support around him, right? So you need to do what the Grizzlies were kind of doing in 22, where you have such a support system around him. You have lockdown defenders. For these smaller guards, what you need is to have defense basically hiding them, right? What we saw with Brunson in the finals, especially against the Cavs, entire playoff run, honestly, is he was able to hide himself on defense because Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, even Cat,
all amazing.
all those amazing defenders.
And by the way, Cat was amazing defensive player.
Amazing, right? But he was able to hide. He was able to hide over screens, not force switches, and literally, I remember there were so many possessions, especially in that Cavs series, where I would just see Brunson standing in the corner. He'd just stand in the corner, not doing anything, not playing defense, and then I'm like, Harden, he's kicking your ass on offense. It's your turn. Put him to work. Put him to work. And then we wouldn't do it. You're not forcing a switch. That's what you got to do to beat the Knicks. You got to force Brunson to play defense. And the Knicks are so smart. They're able to hide him. And they're NBA champions for a reason.
Yeah.
So with that being said, back to the Grizzlies here. Like, I think Cam Boozer has so much potential, but we'll see. We'll see.
I agree.
He has
I
to
love
develop that
Cam
jump
Boozer.
shot, though.
Hey.
His jump shot's not the best.
Cam Boozer is, again, I think he has the potential to be a generational talent. I see a lot of people saying like he doesn't have that high of a ceiling. He's a very boring draft pick. I disagree. There's no such thing as a boring draft
He's
pick, and he
athletic.
can be a really good player. So I think the Grizzlies made the correct decision taking him over Caleb Wilson, and
Yep.
I think it's also the correct decision for the Bulls. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he comes out to be massive. I really liked him at Duke, and yeah, let's see.
I think those players, taking off your point there, Itai, like, those two will get talked about for the rest of their
Yeah,
careers.
they're gonna be
It's
competitive.
going to be very similar to like the Trae Young, Luka stuff. Like, you see that all the time where like even Jason Tatum and Ben Simmons a couple years ago, like stuff like that, or Lonzo Ball, sorry. I don't know. I mean, we'll see where they're at in a couple years. I think Caleb Wilson, even as a Duke guy, he has a lot more potential, especially the jump shot aspect of like, he is something special. Like watching him at Carolina, bro, like that guy,
He's
the potential is unlimited.
and I think he was in a. First of all, I mean, he's the jump start to the Bulls franchise, right?
Yeah.
Bulls have been
Him
struggling.
and Matas together, those two,
I don't
that front
know.
court.
I like Matas, but last season he was good because he was like, oh man, everything to Matas. You
Yeah.
know, let Matas do his stuff. let's see. Josh Giddey is back.
I think they're gonna play very well with each other though.
I want to see them play together before I make a comment on him and Marcus.
Yeah.
But hopefully, it works out. I see they traded for Nick Claxton too.
I like that.
Yeah, I do like.
They
that.
have. They're really an athletic team now.
Yeah.
They have 3 guys that can jump out of the building. You got Josh Giddey set up everything.
Yeah.
So I think they get Anthony Simons back, who's a guard.
No, Anthony Simons moved to Philadelphia.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the team. I don't think they're doing that good. Maybe 9th seed. Maybe at best.
We'll see. We'll see.
At least for the
Couple
first
years. Bulls fans, couple years away from being
couple
dominant
years.
again.
Maybe 1 year you have your next Derrick Rose. Alright.
Any other takeaways you have about the NBA draft that you want to talk about?
So I want to talk about the 9th pick because I feel like the Mavs taking Morris Johnson Jr. was like the most controversial pick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I agree with the controversy. Braden Burries, as much as I think he's not as elite as the picks before him, was right there for the taking. They need guards.
Mm-hmm.
They took another defensive. And even if Morez develops a shot and he becomes better, is that really the move? To take another defender when you have Derek Lively, you have Cooper's a good defender. Like, so many defenders around you. Mavericks are a very defensive team. So
Yeah. I think it's important to keep in mind, though, he is 6'9". He's not a center. Whether that might be good or bad. You can slot him right in that power forward spot, especially with PJ Washington heading out. So I think that's very good to keep in mind. Also, as we mentioned earlier, even young, he reminds me a lot of Josh Hart. He reminds me a lot of a player that's a little undersized, but he's going to go out there. He can get you 20 rebounds in a game if he had to. He will dive for loose balls. So 5+ years, 3 to 4 years, we could be seeing Morris Johnson as a championship caliber player.
yeah, of course.
Because the effort he brings. Not every player is like that. Also, Dusty May, the coach from Michigan.
I know that's the reason I was kind of okay. I mean, I guess maybe there's a shot, but again, Braden Burris right though. I agree that Morris is a better pick than Jackson
Yeah.
and Ademara because neither of them are good to fit. Like neither of them are good to fit for the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Braden Burris was right though, and we need guards. And as much as I do hope, even if he doesn't develop a shot, not every player can be the Josh Hart archetype player. Josh Hart, in my opinion, is a phenomenon because he can go out and do nothing but get rebounds and get assists. He can be on 0, like 8 and 6 as a game. And I'd be like, he had a great game. But Josh Hart is like he needs to be like the 5th player on your team. He needs to be the Rudy Gobert on your team. You cannot have this guy like being a scorer. And Morris Johnson was top pick. We need someone that can do more than just defend and get rebounds. What pick was Hart? Do you know?
He might have been a late first round or second.
Late first round.
Yeah.
This
So
is not the pick.
Michigan
number.
guys end up the draft here just 9, 11, and 12. I think the Axel pick was great. I think he looked really good in Summer League so far. Adamara, the Wemby stopper he's been
my
called.
God.
We'll see.
Listen, we should have just taken him to get him away from the Thunder.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
I'm telling you, teams are gonna regret not taking Adamara.
Chip
The
is
Hawks,
gonna watch his toes.
I know they got a guard. They're gonna regret. Adamara is gonna be a beast.
Fuck the
He's
Hawks,
gonna be a
bro. They could have
beast.
taken Mark, could have had Flemings.
Yep.
I wanted Flemings.
Yep.
Alright.
So we'll see. But NBA draft is over, and we are so excited to see some more basketball. So let's move into a little bit of free agency with football now, right? We'll go football, basketball, a little combo.
Yeah.
I want to quickly talk about the Myles Garrett trade. As a Browns fan, it's a spot where I don't feel like we're finally going backwards. We knew that we were not a Super Bowl team, and I think it comes down to like Myles Garrett almost deserves to compete for Super Bowls. He has not gotten that with the Browns. He's won
not.
1 playoff game. He's been to 2 playoffs in his entire career. He's now been in the league for 9 years, right? Like, I am so excited for Myles Garrett. I have no love lost. He did so much for the city of Cleveland. He gave back. He loves this city. Maybe one day he'll come back. We'll see.
Come
But
back to win another Super Bowl.
yeah, LA's a good spot for him. We got Jared Verse, got some picks. Verse is one of the best young defenders in football. We get younger, which we need to do. This is, for me, looking as a Browns fan, this is a prove it year for Shedeur Sanders. I mean, I know there's a competition between Watson and Sanders, but it is
What about Dylan Gabriel?
he's gone. It is Sanders' job to lose, right? It's Sanders' job to lose. He has potential. He has the name on the back of his jersey. So I'm really excited for this next Brown season. If we can start to keep developing these players, the defense looks really good. You have Schlesinger, you have Verse, you still have Ward.
So you got Mason Graham is amazing.
A lot of talent, Mason Graham, a lot of talent there. So excited for the Browns, excited for Myles Garrett. The Rams are my early Super Bowl pick. I got my Rams Bills Super Bowl. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you said. I think the Browns didn't win the trade.
You don't think
Just
they won the
because they didn't win the trade just because the Rams would have. I feel like the Rams could have given up more for Myles. Like the Browns, they would have given much for Myles. Myles Garrett is just making their team better, even if they had to give up
Every first round pick they ever had.
it's Myles Garrett. Even if he doesn't have the same impact as Cleveland, he's still the best football player. Point.
Yeah.
Rams are scary. Rams probably gonna win the Super Bowl. There's no one on their level in the past 10 years. No Chiefs team has been this good.
Really?
At least in preseason. And yeah, hopefully, I would love to see something come out of the Browns, but
Yeah. Hey, he's a Lions fan as well. What I would do for a
Yeah.
Browns-Lions Super Bowl, bro, that'd be fun.
oh man, that'd be so fun.
Like the battle of the droughts.
Like a Jets Lions.
I don't think anyone would see a Jets-Lions. That are the worst viewership of all time. I'll say that right now.
I want to see the Jets make a Super Bowl.
Maybe they get Arch Manning next year.
They're just gonna.
If the Jets make a Super Bowl in our lifetime,
Hey,
God bless America.
God is watching for them.
Hey, either way.
Maybe we get what's it?
Interesting Super Bowl.
Huh?
I would really like even as an anti-Baltimore guy, I think a Rams-Ravens Super Bowl would be pretty good.
I don't want to see the Rams. I'm too scared of the Rams now. I'm gonna hate shit out of them.
Watching Myles Garrett chase Lamar Jackson again, I like that. That'd be
Let's
fun.
see a Lions Bills Super Bowl fight. Super Bowl.
Lions-Bills.
Lions Bills.
That'd be a pretty good matchup too.
I would love to see that because I'll tell you what. I think the Lions. I hated their pick. I wanted Monroe Freeling, who the Carolina took at 18. Bro, I hated the pick. There's nothing good about that pick. Blake Griffin. Not
Yeah.
Blake Griffin.
Blake-
Blake Miller. But I still think they're really good, even without a good pick. But yeah, maybe Lions can come back, easy schedule, hot into the playoffs, get 2 easy games, win, make the Super Bowl. Boom. Once they make the Super Bowl, anything can happen.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
first win.
Yeah, amen, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, last point I'll make about the season is like just as a Browns fan, I want to see this team compete. They've been miserable my entire life. I don't know if I mentioned this in the pod yet. My first ever season watching football was the Browns 1-15 season, and then my second season watching football was the 0-16 season. So if I'm staying a fan, I've been loyal, and God, what I would do to see a parade in Cleveland. So
Hey,
we'll see.
amen to Cleveland, man.
Amen to Cleveland. Browns fans, you're the best. All right, so we got a little football free agency, a little action like that.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any
What's,
other big signings you liked in the NFL free agency?
NFL? Ooh. I mean, what big things that happened? I must say this. I love the Broncos.
Yeah.
I love the Jalen Waddle trade. And even though they had a really slow free agency, and I know people are, the Broncos, obvious choice. But I see a Super Bowl matchup being like Broncos-Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Broncos are incredibly talented. And they fixed their biggest weakness.
Yeah, I'm going to stay in the AFC West with that. And last thing I'll say about the NFL for today is do not bet on Patrick Mahomes. We have been saying this for years and years.
Bro, yeah, you should bet on Patrick Mahomes.
You should bet on him?
Patrick Mahomes.
Don't bet against. Don't bet against.
Don't bet against Patrick.
Don't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna come back from injury. He's gonna become the best QB in the world again. There's never been a talent like him.
Yeah, he's the most talented player I've ever seen. And that Kenneth Walker signing, sorry, Miles O'Shea, he's a CX fan. That was a steal. That was a steal right there.
For the Chiefs?
Yeah.
No.
They got the Super Bowl MVP. They have the best quarterback in football, and maybe one of the best running backs in football.
I do agree. But
That is
I
going to
think-
be absolutely brutal for defenses.
I agree, but I'll tell you something about Kenneth. I like him. I actually drafted him in my fantasy last year, but he gets injured. He has a lot of injury concerns. I don't think he's making it out of the season
Okay.
without getting injured, and that's going to impact the Chiefs. And
We'll
they're going
see.
to have to go back.
We'll see when Mahomes comes back. He might come back week 1. So
I don't think he's coming. I think he's going to come back week 4. Okay. All right. Anything else?
TBD, yeah. So let's move on here to
World Cup.
kind of the World Cup. Yeah,
World
let's
Cup
talk
is
a little-
lit.
talk a little football. So obviously the United States was eliminated a couple days ago here, but World Cup. What are your? I mean, as a He's more the
Soccer.
football guy than me. Sorry, European football, as we like to call it. Or
Hey,
world,
we call it
global
soccer on
football.
this,
we call
podcast.
it soccer here in
We call it
America.
soccer here.
But what do you think about USA's run? Was USA's run a failure? Yes or no? And why?
No. USA was one of the most exciting teams until that match against Belgium. And let's be real. Anybody that watches football, that's not like the hype of the moment, which I was,
Mm-hmm.
knew that USA were not gonna beat truly European country like Belgium. Belgium, as bad as they've been this World Cup, they got the experience, they got the knowledge, they got the managers, they know, they got the players. They've been to this position like a few times in the past. They know what to do. The US, I think they've been to the round 16, but they came in with so much confidence, and I don't think the loss is as bad as they make it out to be, but still a disappointing loss.
Yeah. So we'll talk about this. First off, I'm a Ronaldo over Messi guy. I'm one of those crazy people. Just my lack of soccer knowledge, football knowledge. I grew up watching more of Ronaldo. I played soccer when I was very young, and that's the first player I ever watched. Congratulations to Ronaldo to an amazing career. He was incredible. Inspired me to try to play soccer.
He's not
I
retired
stopped.
yet.
Neymar as well.
Yeah,
I think
a
it's
lot of
Modric from
legends.
Croatia.
Modric, Luka Modric.
Yeah, and the guy from Mexico, the goalie.
Kocha. Lewandowski also not coming back.
Lot of amazing talent that left this World Cup, right?
This World Cup has been very sad.
Yeah.
Truly, end of a generation.
Yeah. A lot
But-
of people played soccer because of these guys.
There's one player.
Still left. Messi.
Say that.
Oh my, that Egypt game, I actually watched it. Wow.
Wow, I know. I heard.
I've never seen anything like that in soccer.
You know what's funny? I was going through my doom scrolling. Every comment's like, "Oh my God, Egypt! They were robbed, right?" And I never got to watch it, but I did watch some parts of it. It does not look like they were robbed. 50-50 calls.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. What is your championship prediction?
Okay, no hating on me on this. Okay,
Let's hear it.
Belgium.
Wow.
Let me get a Belgium-England final and Belgium to win.
Belgium to win. Heard it here first. Belgium to win the World Cup.
I want Belgium to win.
So I also.
Wait, is it whether I think Belgium will win or whether
It's what do you think's gonna happen? Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be.
That's what you want to
France.
happen?
Yeah, I want Belgium to win.
You want Belgium? You want a team
France-
that beat my country, bro?
Wait. Either France, England, or France, Argentina. Let's say France, England.
That's my pick.
That's my pick. Too.
That's my pick.
It's
France,
gonna
England.
finish like 2-0 for France. France gonna win the World Cup.
That's what I got. France beat England in the World Cup final.
They
I got a
are
2-1.
a very
2-1.
talented team.
Very talented team for sure.
Can you?
Can I name more than one player? No. Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is England, dude.
I know.
France.
France. Mbappe.
Eh?
Mbele.
Dembele.
Yes. Yes,
There
sir.
we
Yes,
go.
sir. I don't know anyone else. But enjoy the World Cup, everyone. Thank you guys for watching, as always.
Yeah, thank you very
We will
much.
keep you guys more up to date with all the news and sports.
Hopefully, Italy
get you
stays
the-
for episode 2.
We'll get you more some clutch updates soon. All right. Thank you. Peace.